Good, beautiful afternoon here. It's Sunday at Strawberry Music Festival. So nice to see your beautiful faces. And how many people caught this act this morning at our revival? Oh, yes, and they are back and they want more. So do I. My mind was blown and I can't wait to have it blown more. So for all of you who didn't get to catch it, if you can imagine, if you take rootsy driving Appalachian bluegrass and mix it up with fiery virtuosic Venezuelan folk music, you get our next act. Please put your hands together for Larry and Joe.
Damas y caballeros, bienvenidos a este show de Larry Joe. Un viajecito por paisajes panamericanos.
Good afternoon to you.
Para nosotros es un gran placer estar nuevamente con ustedes,
It's a great pleasure to be back with y'all for another set today
trayéndoles lo mejor de nuestra música.
and bringing you the very best of our music all the way from North Carolina.
Como bien nombraron, nosotros somos Larry y Joe.
And as the sign says, we are indeed Larry and Joe.
Y hemos venido a llevarles en un viaje de músicas panamericanas.
And we've come all the way to Strawberry today to take y'all on a Pan-American musical voyage.
Acabamos de regalarles una pieza que me pertenece en autoría y está incluida en nuestro segundo álbum discográfico.
We just did one that Larry composed, which is included on our second album.
Y ahora les va, su nombre es El Golpe de Garza.
And the name of it is El Golpe de Garza. A golpe is a type of musical form within this folk tradition, música llanera, but it's also a golpe. And Garza is the state bird of Monagas, Venezuela, where Larry's from. And it's a white heron, so you might call that last piece the White Heron Smackdown. That's right.
Ahora les vamos a regalar una canción muy conocida del folclore llanero colombo-venezolano, conocida como Una Casita Bella para Ti.
We're going to do another song from that same region right now that is very popular in both Colombia and Venezuela, where this music is played. It's called Una Casita Bella para Ti, which means I want to buy you a pretty little house, baby. At 7.1%.
You
Strawberry Music Festival. So is anybody hearing Venezuelan folk music for the first time? Right on. It's beautiful music. El Llano is a grassland. It's shared between Venezuela and Colombia. And that's where they play this magnificent 33-string Venezuelan folk harp, the arpa llanera. Give it a kiss, big boy. There you go. Very unfortunately for the people of El Llano, they rarely, if ever, get to hear this magnificent 5-string bluegrass banjo. Until now, that's where Larry and I come in. We do each other's folk music with our own folk music's traditional instrumentation. So we're gonna do the opposite exploration of what y'all just heard. We're not gonna do música llanera with a 5-string banjo. We're gonna do one from my neck of the woods, and Larry's gonna play an indigenous instrument from Venezuela. Of course, it wouldn't be bluegrass with Larry and Joe without the maracas, so get those things out and fire them up. Let's do it. Get them in tune. What you need? E? Give him a second, y'all. He tunes because y'all care, you know. Here's a D, here's a G, here's a G.
G.
He always needs a G string.
Awesome.
All right, got those maracas in tune. All right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do a bluegrass for you. If you're a bluegrass fan, I'm sure you've heard this one. And if you're a deadhead and you remembered to come to this show, then you know the song as well. It's over 100 years old. It's called "Going Down the Road Feeling Bad," and we did take the liberty of changing all the verses to reflect what makes us feel bad as we traverse the American roadways in our fierce minivan. But the chorus is the same it's always been, and we would love it if y'all sang along with us. You up for that? A little sing along? All right, let's do it. Just in case you don't know the words, I'll teach it to you. Repeat after me. I'm going down the road feeling bad.
Come on! Going down the road feeling bad.
I'm going down the road feeling bad.
I'm going down the road.
I'm going down the road feeling bad, Lord, Lord.
I'm going down the road feeling bad, Lord, Lord.
And I ain't gonna be treated this way. All right, y'all sound great. I'm gonna take a sip of water, and we're gonna do it a little bit faster, right? Give me 1 second. Here we go. Y'all got this. Let's do it. I'm going down the road feeling bad. I'm going down the road feeling bad. I'm going down the road feeling bad, Lord, Lord, and I ain't gonna be treated this way. That boysenberry latte was subpar. That boysenberry latte was subpar. That boysenberry latte was subpar, Lord, Lord, and I ain't gonna be treated this way. Come on. I'm going down the road feeling bad. I'm going down the road feeling bad. I'm going down the road feeling bad, Lord, Lord, and I ain't gonna be treated this way. This truck stop restroom smells like something died. This truck stop restroom smells like something died. This truck stop restroom smells like something died, Lord, Lord, and I ain't gonna be treated this way. Come on, Strawberry. I'm going down the road feeling bad. I'm going down the road feeling bad. I'm going down the road feeling bad, Lord, Lord, and I ain't gonna be treated this way. My hotel neighbor's banging on the wall. My hotel neighbor's banging on the wall. My hotel neighbor's banging on the wall, Lord, Lord, and I ain't gonna be treated this way. Sing it! I'm going down the road feeling bad. I'm going down the road feeling bad. I'm going down the road feeling bad, Lord, Lord, and I ain't gonna be treated this way. Y'all get one, you sound too good.
I'm going down the road feeling bad.
feeling bad, oh Lord, and I ain't gonna be treated this way. I'm your lady. What do y'all think? Bluegrass maracas? Yeah? It's a thing. Well, in all seriousness, y'all, there are a few things that make us feel bad as we traverse the American roadways these days. And this next song speaks to that. Last November, Larry and I were on tour in the Midwest, and we had just pulled into St. Louis when Lil Greggy Bavino announced he was taking his operation to the state we live, my home state, and Larry's new home of North Carolina. And over the course of the next few days, we watched all kind of mayhem unfold on our phones. And it was hard to be so far from North Carolina and watch ICE and Border Patrol run amok like they did in our state. I watched Larry have to explain to his kids why they weren't going to school for the next 4 or 5 days, which was enraging for them, the kids, because they love school, and humiliating for him as a father. And it was a very stupid situation. And it made us very anxious and couldn't sleep. So we decided to do what we know how to do. We decided to try to sublimate these emotions we were feeling into art. And we wrote this song. And it's lyrically, it's a flip the script song, kind of to turn the mirror on my people back home. And send them a message about not being fooled by what they perceive as something not happening to them. Thanks. So, we're gonna release this song as a video on International Refugee Day, sometime in June. So, stay tuned for that. This is called Where Would I Go Running? Beyond the great divide, a promised land met her demise, and her people had to flee, though staying meant to die. They lost all hope and wept goodbye. Road is every migrant's fate. They struggle forth towards the gate. Death dagger in the dark, the devil watchfully waits. His to claim and subjugate. What's your name, friend? Bloodshot eyes, you wear sorrow in your step for the life you left behind. Where would I go running? choose to look away. Such was the plan. They set the bait, but soon our cheeks will bleed, and it'll be too late. We're next in line, make no mistake. I'm a shade friend behind my screen. You are shackled as I watch in this world of broken dreams. I'm enraged, friend. Should I hide? It's a big old risk to swim against the rising tide.
Muchas gracias. Bueno, ahora a continuación le vamos a regalar una hermosa canción que fue compuesta por un gran pianista dominicano aproximadamente por allá por los años 1950.
So we're going to do a song for you now that was composed by a brilliant musician from the Dominican Republic back in the 1950s. Out of curiosity, were any of y'all composed in the 1950s? All right. Well, this is for you.
Esta canción tiene una historia muy bonita conmigo porque me trae los recuerdos de cuando iba con mi madre a la casa de mi abuela a hacer la limpieza del piso de la casa.
And this song brings sweet memories back to me of when I would go with my mama to clean my grandma's house.
Y cuando se va a hacer esto en casa en Venezuela, la gente siempre coloca música para ambientar.
And in Venezuela, when you're going to do some cleaning up around the house, you got to put on music for ambiance, right?
Mi madre buscaba ese disco que tanto le encantaba de ese gran pianista llamado Damirón.
And my mama would always put the record from that Dominican pianist she loved so much on. His name was Damirón.
Y cuando ya se acercaba la parte final, que era colocar el líquido de la cera para luego sacarle brillo al piso,
and when the cleaning was almost done and it was time to throw some wax down and polish the floor,
ella seleccionaba la canción que más le encantaba, que se llama El Piano Merengue.
Mama would put on her favorite song, which was the Piano Merengue.
Entonces lanzaba una toalla vieja al suelo en la que yo me acostaba boca arriba como una cucaracha de espaldas.
And then she'd throw an old towel down on the floor upon which I would lie on my back like a cockroach.
No era una cucarachita, era un cucarachón.
He's noting I wasn't a slight cockroach, I was a big fat cockroach.
Y al ritmo de esta música paseaba por toda la casa sacándole brillo al piso.
And while listening to this music, I would squirm about the entirety of the house, polishing the floor.
Éramos la polidora humana.
I was the human floor polisher, you might say.
Nosotros quisimos hacer una versión, pero no tenemos piano.
We wanted to do our own version, but unfortunately we don't have a piano.
Pero que no cunde el pánico.
But y'all don't panic.
Nos vamos a hacer con nuestros instrumentos y nuestras voces en la versión para todos ustedes de arpa, banjo, merengue.
We're going to do our own rendition on these two instruments and with our voices. And yes, we did change the title. It's no longer the piano merengue, it's the arpa banjo merengue. And as you listen along, perhaps you'll imagine a 4-year-old iteration of this humanoid squirming about on his meatballs floor like a cockroach, right? That's your job. Can I get a touch more banjo in this wedge, my man? Bombato. Just a tiny bit. I'm so the most annoying monitors these days. Oh, actually a little bit less. This is starting to feedback. Sorry, bro. Sorry. There we go. Okay, here we go. No, actually, no, I'm just joking. Let's go. What a great vibe at this festival, my lord. Are y'all having as much fun as we are? All right, love that. We're going to do a song that's very special to me now because it was my grandmother Ruth's favorite tango. Now, my grandma and I were always consummate besties, despite the fact that I lived 14 years outside of the United States, 10 of which I spent in the beautiful city of Buenos Aires, Argentina. And I remember when I moved down, I remember when I moved down to Buenos Aires, I called my grandmother from El Barrio Once, from a payphone on the street. And I said, Grandma, I'm down here in Buenos Aires, I'm having a blast, I'm meeting all kinds of crazy characters, and I'm even playing some tango. And she piped up and said, well, Joey, I'll have you know that I took tango dance lessons in 1943. So I had to get the backstory there, y'all. My grandmother in 1943 worked the night shift at the R.J. Reynolds Tobacco Factory in downtown Winston-Salem, North Carolina, which is where I was born and raised. And her job on the factory line was watching cigarettes get spit out onto a conveyor belt, and she'd pick them up, stack them into these sorting trays, and were there a problem with the cigarettes, she'd call over a foreman and say, hey, foreman, there's a problem with the cigarettes. And that was it. It's a very boring job. Particularly for someone as creative as my grandmother. My grandmother was an innate artist all of her life. So in order to escape from some of that monotony, she had read in the Winston-Salem Journal in our local paper that this dude named Juan Reyes had moved to town and was offering private tango dance lessons up on 4th Street. So before she would take the little rinky-dink bus in from Kernersville, and before she clocked in for the night shift at the tobacco factory, she was strutting around with some dude named Juan as a teenager, 1943. So back to El Barrio Once, to that payphone, where I'm having my mind blown, realizing where some of my own proclivities may come from. And I said, well, dang, Grandma, if you had to have me learn you up one tango and record it someday, sweetheart, which one would it be? And without missing a beat, she said, adios, muchachos, and proceeded to sing the entire first verse in perfect Rio Platense Spanish. And I was like, Mima, you speak the Spanish? She's like, no, honey, I have no idea what I'm saying. But I've heard that darn song so many times, I can plumb do it from memory, see. Well, I said, Grandma, one of these days I will learn it, I will record it. And y'all, I made good on my promise. And Larry and I actually put it on our second album, Manos Panamericanos. Yeah. But most importantly, we performed it for my grandmother to rave reviews down at the old folks home a couple years ago. And I must say, we were asked to do 16 straight encores of the same song. And Larry's cheeks were pinched about purple. And it was beautiful. My grandmother said, this song reminds me of who I am. God bless music, right? So, yeah. So we're gonna do this one in honor of Ruth Smith, my Mimo, and we hope you like it. It's called Adios, Muchachos. Saborcito porteño, con su amargura y todo. Les doy con mi alma. cuerpo enfermo no resiste más. Thanks, y'all. You like that one? Oh, that's funny because, yeah, that took me a minute, man. It's been a long tour. We're going to play that 16 more times. Right? Wow, what a donkey. I was like, what's it? You want to hear the same song? Oh, yeah, I just told a story in front of 1,000 people. Good job, Joe. Okay. All right, well, we're going to do one now that I wrote for my sweetheart. But the meaning of this song naturally extends itself to this duo. The song is called Silver Lining. For those of you who don't know about Larry, Bellorín, con tu permiso, caballero, les voy a contar un poco de usted. I'm going to tell you, with his permission, a little bit about him and his backstory, because it's an amazing backstory. So back in Venezuela, Larry was a very well-regarded musician. He was the director of a music school with hundreds of enrolled students. He traveled far and wide, delighting people's ears with his amazing musical capabilities. He won competitions, just like we have fiddlers conventions in Appalachia. They have them down there for Música Llanera, and he won the biggest of them as a singer, believe it or not. He's a incredible vocalist, but he was also a recording artist, and basically he had a cushy middle-class life as a musician back in Venezuela. But then his country started spiraling into disarray, as countries tend to do, right? And then 10 years ago, his family, for their own safety, was forced into migration. And by the grace of the universe, they enrolled into the asylum program here in the United States and suddenly found themselves in Raleigh, North Carolina, my home state. So when Larry got to North Carolina, he had to hang up his true vocation, which is music, and provide for his family with the only work that he could find, which was noble work that he was glad to have, but it was certainly a far cry from being a middle-class musician back home. For 6.5 years, he lifted cinder blocks, building retaining walls for a company out of Raleigh called Vertical Walls. And along the way, he sustained some pretty horrifying injuries to his hands, fingers, wrists, forearms, and that jeopardized his ability to ever play music again. But fortunately, after his dark night of the soul, Larry was able to heal up and persevered through all that. And as of more than 3 years ago, and thanks to music lovers like y'all, he's been able to get back to music full-time in the United States. Thank you. Which he considers to be the silver lining of this experience. And y'all, that's the name of this next song. We're gonna do it for you now. A little Venezuelan calypso. Calypso venezolano. Y'all can dance, all right? Well, thank you so much.
Muchas gracias. Bueno, ahora le vamos a hacer una canción venezolana que fue compuesta por allá por los años 1887 por don Heraclio Fernández.
This song was written in 1887 in Venezuela by Heraclio Fernández.
Esta canción fue hecha como reto para aquellos solistas y lo tomaron muy en serio los clarinetistas y flautistas transversos.
This song was written as a challenging piece for soloists and was traditionally played by clarinetists and flutists back in the day.
Pero siempre los inquietos violinistas hacen de las suyas.
But you know us fiddlers just can't help ourselves, right?
Y lo tomaron para ello también y la hicieron parte de nuestro acervo cultural violinístico de Venezuela.
So Venezuelan fiddlers took it upon themselves to adapt that song to the fiddle, and it has since become part of the Venezuelan violin repertoire.
Para todos ustedes haremos El Diablo Suelto.
We're gonna do it for you. Give me 1 second. Let me get this beast in tune. Or less out of tune, I should say. This song is called El Diablo Suelto, which means devil running loose, devil running amok. And I was telling Larry that in our fiddling traditions in the South, for some reason, devils go down to Georgia. But apparently in Venezuela, they go to the state of Lara, which is in the Venezuelan Midwest. So you might just transliterate that the title of this piece as The Devil Went Down to Sheboygan. I got some laughs today, all right? I got a newborn, y'all. I got to work with my dad jokes, all right? I'm trying to do the best I can. We're going to do it for you right now. This is El Diablo Suelto, and Lari's going to be shredding this beautiful instrument, the Cuatro, the Venezuelan Cuatro. Here we go.
Thank you. Muchas gracias. Bueno, ahora le vamos a hacer una canción que para mí es la favorita del repertorio, porque esta canción pertenece al nuevo folk del cual me enamoré hace unos años, y ese folk pertenece al sur de los Estados Unidos.
That's right, y'all. We're gonna do one now that is my favorite, he's saying, because it is part of my newest folk music tradition, as in recent years. And ¿qué dijiste? I forgot what he said. And it happens to be from the southern United States.
Por supuesto que es un bluegrass.
It's nothing less than a bluegrass, y'all. Larry's gonna sing you a bluegrass now.
Y esa canción se hace tan especial porque el día que la escuché por primera vez me llevó a recordar cuando conocí por primera vez las hermosas imágenes de la Sierra Blue Ridge de Carolina del Norte a través de un programa de televisión allá en mi país, Venezuela.
And the first time I heard this song, it reminded me of the first time that I had seen images of the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains of North Carolina on a television program back in my country, Venezuela.
¿Conocen las montañas Blue Ridge?
Have y'all been to the Blue Ridge Mountains? All right, yes. Nice.
Entonces comprenderán que quedé muy enamorado de esas imágenes.
So you'll understand why I fell so in love with those images.
Pero lo que jamás pasó por mi cabeza era que terminaría viviendo tan cerca de ellas.
But what never crossed my mind is that I would wind up living so very close to those mountains.
Hoy convertido en mi nuevo hogar, mi queridísima llamada Carolina del Norte.
And that North Carolina would today become my new beloved home.
Así que esta canción es un humilde homenaje para la Sierra Blue Ridge.
So y'all, this next song is my humble homage to the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains. And as you probably already imagined, this song came into our repertoire while driving across the Utah desert. We had this obscenely early load-in somewhere in New Mexico a couple years ago, so we struck out before sunrise from the Moab area. And I was easing into the day, drinking my jet fuel, and for some reason I wanted to connect with my home, so I put on the 1930-something classic of the Delmore Brothers, I'm Going Back to the Blue Ridge Mountains. Great song. I actually put on the Jim Mills version, but that don't matter. R.I.P. Jim Mills. Anyhow, so there I was easing into the day, drinking my jet fuel coffee and watching the sun rise over these psychedelic rock formations, when all of a sudden to my right, my co-pilot started sobbing uncontrollably. And he looks at me with these big old puppy dog eyes, and through crocodile tears, he says in Venezuelan slang, "Dang, dude, that's a pretty song I ever done heard, man. Come on, dude, we gotta do that one, buddy." And I was like, damn, hell yeah, we're gonna do it, Larry, but you're gonna sing it, Kingfish. So y'all, I transliterated that song to Spanish. Let me tell you, there's only one man on planet Earth that can sing bluegrass in Spanish with such authority and conviction. And in his absence, Larry's gonna try his very best for you right now. We hope you enjoy this one. We call it Ya Volveré a la Sierra Blue Ridge. Thanks, y'all. Lord have mercy. Well, y'all are a fun crowd, let me tell you. We got time to do one more song for you. But we gotta make some announcements first. This is that time in the set where musicians start yakking. So what we're gonna do, if we were animals, we would be yaks. That is an animal, right? I'm making that up, okay, thank you. We're gonna do a really fun one, but before that, I should say, we are selling merch. We have all kinds of merch. We've got one coffee left. If anyone wants to be the lucky owner of a ticket to having a cup of Larry and Joe in the next week or two, you can buy our last bag of coffee. As soon as we're done and we get our instruments, we're gonna be right over there signing merch and having a shake and howdy with y'all. We've got all kinds of t-shirts. In the actual merch tent, you can get our Manos Panamericanos, which kind of lost in translation, t-shirt. But we've got a different t-shirt, a brand new t-shirt that got basically to our house right before this tour. Didn't have time to ship it, but we got them. They're the hangry t-shirts. So if you want to see us looking hangry, either wait 4 hours or go buy a t-shirt with our image on it, our hangry image on it. We would love to sell you one. We love coming to California. We're going to try to come out this way once a year now that we can do Fridays. Thank you. We're always looking for gigs and all over this state. So if you are interested in booking us, please reach out to our manager, Kayla, on our website, larryandjoe.com. You'll find all of her information. She is the brains behind this operation, and she's a brilliant lady, so please reach out to her. We've also got tour schedules over on that table. You're welcome to grab one. You'll know where we're going to be. This is our last date in California. We're actually driving back to LA tomorrow and then flying out the butt crack of dawn on Tuesday to North Carolina. But we'll be all over the Midwest, the Deep South, New England, and Colorado this summer. So if you got friends in those places, please spread the word. Tell them to come see us. We'd love to meet your buddies. Anyway, also educators. If there's any educators out there, God bless you, first of all. Secondly, Lari and I work with children all across the country. You know, we have kids, but we also work with other people's kids. And we do a tailor-fit programming, fully bilingual program for kids, sharing this message of unity and brotherhood across cultures and how much of a joy explosion said endeavors can be. So if you want to bring us into your local schools, again, reach out to Kayla. We'd love to do stuff here in California. And while you're over the merch table, please sign up on our mailing list and put your zip code. You can also do that on our website. But if you put your zip code, we'll let you know when we're back in your area. You'll get a customized message. Thank you, MailChimp, for these great accessories. And anyway, man, I've done yacked a lot. So I'm done. I'm going to turn it over to Lair Bear to introduce the last song. All right?
Bueno, y como es de costumbre en cada uno de nuestros shows, nos encanta hacer la parte final con mucha alegría.
That's right. Before I translate that, I forgot something. You know, our manager told me to say that. Then I'll translate it. God bless you if you don't use that disgusting, wretched cesspool of social media. You're awesome. But if you do, please give us a like and follow. We're Larry and Joe on all platforms. Thank you. Okay, now, ¿qué dijiste, compadre? Perdón, que ya me olvidé.
Como es de costumbre, nos encanta hacer la parte final con mucha alegría.
That's right. We like to end each and every one of our shows with a heavy dose of joy.
Pero para eso necesitamos que ustedes sean nuestros cómplices de la tarde.
But in order to achieve that today, Strawberry, we need y'all to be our accomplices.
¿Nos acompañan a bailar?
Would you dance along with us, people? Come on, stand on up and move your rumps. Let's go. Dancers to the front. We want to smell you. Get that close. Let's do it.
Y recuerdo son aquellos mensajes, los vivo aquí. Porque ahí
Venezuela, that's Latin Bellorín.
Thank you. From Winston-Salem, North Carolina, Joe Drew.
That's all. We're going to do. We'll see you next time, right?
Larry and Joe. You saw them first here at Strawberry Music Festival.
If we do another one, you gotta keep dancing.
Little divine.
Want to see a big line over there at that merch tent. Send you home with a hangry t-shirt.